Welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm Colby and today we are going to be doing a fishing challenge. I think it will be fun to see how long it takes to catch 100 fish. We are officially in summertime, but I think I'm going to get some magic bait so that we can fish anywhere and we'll get any season and I think any type of weather as well. So I have some, I believe, already, but we could also get a bunch more from, I think, maybe a recipe, but also from Mr. Q or Mr. Cheese little store. And we definitely have enough gems for that. Whoa, it's raining. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to empty my pockets out a bunch. And we're definitely not going to be needing too many of these things. So, let's see. I do think I'm going to keep, maybe I'll keep coffee, because that will give me a little boost, but I'm not going to need cloth. I'll keep my rabbit's foot. You never know when you need to be lucky. I'll keep my horse and return scepter, but most of these other things, I'm not really going to need. You know what? I'll keep my hoe. Yeah, I'll keep my hoe. Okay, and I might as well put them all in order in my pocket. I'm also going to need a little bit of food, I think, because I can get another fishing buff. So if we look at my person already, I don't know what to call this log, my profile. Everything's at 10 right now, but if I eat a buff, it will go above 10. So let's see what kind of food might be good for this. But let's go to our second page and see if we get anything here that's better. 3 fishing, dish of the sea. We do not have enough sardines either. You know, by the time we're done fishing though, we'll probably get enough for that. But again, I do have a little bit. Look, here's 4 fishing. Seafoam pudding. Maybe I should get that one. I think I do have some of everything cooked away. Here's more. Ooh, okay. You know what? I might do some fish stew because that gives me 3 and I could make a bunch right now. I'm just going to make 6 and we could make more later if we need more. Oh my gosh, and a prismatic shard. I think I'm storing them in here for now, yeah. Because I have a plan for them later. Alright, and something else. Oh, I forgot to check for. Oh, I think it's actually in my storage barn. Is to see if we can get magic bait. Now, I can't remember if we can actually make it or not, but we could also check for that. So this is where I keep some of my fishing stuff. I think these are all just fish. What about this? Any bait in here? I kind of forget how I have my layout. Yeah, here's some. Magic bait. So I have 74. I don't know how much is good to have, but I do have this buff. And it's a preserving buff. So we are actually going to be going into this with a lot of things already. So I am going to use my magic bait instead of my regular bait. And I guess we'll just start with what I have now. And if we need to get more, we'll get more later. And then something I also want to do is get all of the bobbers. So let's go down to Willie's place. I'll drink a little coffee. Go a little faster. And hopefully we have enough pocket space for this. Okay, so we're starting this adventure in summer. Whoa! On a rainy day. On the 3rd of Wednesday. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. So maybe we'll start at the ocean since we're already going to be at the ocean. I'm thinking that we're going to try all of the different bobbers if possible. And probably all the different fishing zones as well. There's Willie. Oh, does that mean I can't buy stuff from you yet? Okay, so I'm just gonna pass some time until Willie's ready, because I want to use my bobbers. I don't think I want to start fishing without them. Or do I? I mean, I could. Okay, you know what? Might as well. So the preserving thing, it's also pretty nice because it makes it so that not only does your bait have a 50-50 chance of being used up when you fish, but also your tackle does. So it lasts so much longer and you don't have to replace it as much. So I kind of think I'll just go over everything that I gather on a day-to-day basis. And I'll show you where I start out my fishing zones, and then we'll go over a new bobber each time each day, I think. The only bobber that I might not get is the one that gives you double fish, because I feel like that might be a little bit cheating. So I think we'll save that one for last and then go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to keep fishing along until I can finally go in the store and get a bobber. Okay, so I didn't have to fish for too long before Willie finally went inside. Now, these are the different bobbers I can get. I can get the spinner, the trap bobber, lead bobber, treasure hunter, cork, barbed hook, dress spinner, and the magnet. So that's quite a few. I don't know if I want to buy them all at the same time. This one will make me gather fish faster. So why don't we just start out with one bobber and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to attach this bobber now. Okay, so keep this in mind. We started with 74 magic bait, and we're starting with, what was that bobber called again? I already forgot. We're starting with that blue bobber, which gives us a higher bite rate chance. So that means we're probably going to fish a lot more. And I want to see how long these last. So I'll probably fish all day. I think I'm going to do half of the day here at the ocean. And then I think I'm going to move somewhere else around my map. So maybe I'll do another half of the day at maybe the pond in the forest, or I could do the river. The river comes in a couple different locations as well, because there's the town river, the forest river, the mountain river. I think there's just two. Yeah, like the town river and the forest river. And then if I wanted to as well, I could go to Ginger Island. And there's also the mountain pond. Ah, there's so many. You know what I also might do is there's this little corner up by the top of this beach, and I think I'm going to run over there really quick because I have a chance of catching some fish that you can only get when it's the winter time. I think it's like over here in this corner. Something like that. It's the fish that you catch in the winter, but during that like night festival, the night market. And it's when you go down in the submarine. Okay, so I'm just going to keep fishing at the beach for half the day. And then I think I'm going to choose a different spot partway through. And I'll check on my bobber and see how far it is. Maybe I'll choose a different one. Maybe I won't. But I'm so excited to see how much progress we make and to see how many fish we catch by the end of the day and what kind of variety we get as well. Alright, so I'm about halfway through the day, more or less. Now, I think I'm going to switch my bobber over, and I'm finally going to eat some of my food that I made for this. So, let's talk to Willie. And the next one is the trap bobber. It causes fish to escape slower when you aren't reeling them in. It's like, do I want to try that one? I guess. Let's just try it, see how we like it. If we hate it, we could always change it to another one. But as we can see, we used about, would you say that's half? Yeah, we used about half of this bobber, and that seems about accurate. I think I'm also gonna get, I don't know, should I get one more bobber just in case I want to try something else today? But I think that will be it. And how much bait did we have left? We have 60. That's amazing! So we've only used 14 pieces of bait. Now, I'm also going to go to a new area, and I think I want to go to the fish pond. So I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to eat some fish stew. And then, as you see, my buff now is at 13. And then I'm also going to call my horse, and then we can head on over to the forest pond a little bit faster. There's some that I don't know if I'll get to, like, there's like a secret forest kind of over here. But I don't know if I'll actually go in there and fish in that pond, because I think the variety is not as high as all of these other ones. Look at that tree. Okay, so let me go down this way, and I'll fish. Oops. I was going to say I'll fish on the bridge. Okay, let me just collect these few things and then throw them away because I don't want them to take my pocket space. I'll keep the snail, I guess. Alright, so now this time we're fishing in the forest pond. We have a different tackle that will make it so when we're reeling fish in, it'll feel a little bit different. So the fish are supposed to escape slower. And as you can see, because I have my fishing buff, my fishing bar, like the green bar, has gotten much wider. That's pretty much what you get from eating the fish food. So I'm just going to fish here for probably the second half of the day. I don't think I'm going to go around and get the stuff in the crab pots because it'll take too much of my pocket space. I do think I'll sell the snail just because it's not a part of this challenge. But I want to see, I think I'll keep the rest of the stuff in my pockets because I am kind of interested to see what I gather total. I might actually empty it per day in like a chest inside my house just in case. Oops. But other than that, I'm just going to keep on fishing. Oops. So I accidentally got the fire quartz and I don't have any more pocket space. So I think what I'm going to do is get rid of the snail. Sorry, everybody. I wanted to stay kind of accurate to like show exactly what I made at the end of this, but you know what? Okay, so I'm gonna need to drop off one thing in order to get a chest. I don't think I have any chests just made. I probably have it in one of these. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, why don't I drop off my lucky foot and then I'll get a chest. And I'm gonna store all of this stuff in my house, and we're gonna use this chest to store all of our fish as we're going along here. So we only made it about 2/3 of the way through the day until we ran out of pocket space, huh? So I'll just offload all of these guys in here. Then I think I kind of want to organize it, see what happens. Yeah, I'll organize it now. Boom! Nice. And I'll probably drop off my bait because I'm not going to need that. I've decided. My regular bait. But I might need to make more magic bait. So maybe I'll just buy some at Ginger Island tomorrow and then we could fish there instead of over here. Okay, so let's go back to the forest pond. I do think that's where I want to go. You know, it's not as easy to go through here as it was before I started adding all this fencing in. But I need to keep my animals in somehow. And if it's not raining tomorrow and I have all of these open, they will escape. I promise you. I probably should have ran down by myself before I got onto my horse over here. I'll do that next time. So here we go, popping back over to the forest pond. And I still have a few more hours left until the end of the day. And luckily, my fish food is also staying here because I don't know if I want to eat another one before the end of the day. I think if it ends right now, I will. But if my fish food doesn't last, like my meal, until like maybe 10 or 11 p.m., I probably won't eat anymore. We'll see. How long does it go? I wonder if, see, it's going along with the time right now, but I don't know if it goes along with the time when I'm actually reeling the fish in. Oops, I pressed the button on accident. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna focus, everybody. I'm gonna focus. We're gonna see how many fish we can catch, and I'm gonna be more accurate because I do want to do a good job. And I do notice that my fishing tackle is working. It's definitely reeling the fish in slower, which that can be extremely helpful for when you're trying to catch the legendary fish. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Now I want to go home and put all of these fish in that same bin, and then let's see how many that we got for today. And also probably what other items we got too. I'm just a little bit curious. Oh my gosh, is this gonna fill up? No way! Every slot is full. I think then we're gonna get rid of the stuff that isn't fish because I'm more curious about how many fish we get than the other items. So I'm just gonna put those away in a different spot. So let's organize this and let's see how many fish we got. I'm just gonna count real quick. So it looks like we have 48 fish that we've collected today. Now that probably means we only need one more day, if that. Alright, so let's go to bed today, and then I'll offload this stuff that's in my pocket tomorrow morning, and I might actually need to do a little bit of gardening, because I do want to keep up my crops for the season. So rested, and my energy is a little bit low, but we'll just eat some more of our fish food stuff, and we'll be good. Okay, let's see. How's it looking over here with my Junimos? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, it looks like I am gonna have to replant one area, but I'll probably do that a little bit later. I don't think I'll do that right now. So let's go to Ginger Island today. Now, what I want to do first is get rid of this extra stuff in my pocket. So I'm gonna zoom into this storage barn that I have in here and just get rid of a bunch of stuff in my pockets that I don't want to keep. And then I think past that, we'll just go to, you know, the Ginger Island and to the beach. We'll probably go to Ginger Island from the beach. Only because, oop, my geodes. Only because I want to get the one more bobber. I have this one, which adds weight to your fishing bar, preventing it from bouncing along the bottom. Okay, it does bounce along the bottom quite a bit. So that will be really nice, I think. And then I'm gonna see what other bait we can get. Now I think the fastest way to get there will be if I warp to the ocean. Now, do I have a warp totem for the ocean? I can't remember. I think this is it. I don't use it very often. Here we are. I'm not gonna worry about anything on the beach, that's for sure. Oh dang, it's early in the morning again. Oh Willy, oh Willy. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do instead? That way we keep our flow going. I think I'm gonna warp to Ginger Island. Or you know what? I'm gonna do my little bit of gardening first. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me get my seeds. Let me get some summer seeds. I don't need that many, but I'm gonna replant it in that area that I knew was finished over there. I'm gonna just do a little gardening for a little bit. Nothing major. Maybe I'll just take some radishes, plant them, and then I'll go back to the beach, and maybe by then Willie will be selling some more bobbers. I don't want to buy all the bobbers though, you know. Oh, there actually aren't that many pieces that are ready. Maybe I'll just fill in random ones. Why not? Couldn't hurt, couldn't hurt. And there's a couple over here. Sometimes when things get watered unevenly, I think it does that. Okay, and I can't dig that up for now, so I guess I'll just put this little bit away. Oops. I used to keep all of my seeds inside there, and I only recently got this storage barn all set up, so I don't go in here very often. I don't really like how it looks though. It's not very intuitive for me yet. Like, this is all the seasonal stuff. So all of this row right here is summer, but it just doesn't click quite yet. Okay, so now it's 9 a.m. I think Willie's will be open by now. Let's go on back down to the beach. We'll use our totem again. It's the fastest way for sure. I could even have an espresso. I don't know why I didn't have one earlier. And I could ride my horse, but this is fine. I'm not going that far. Okay, let's talk to Willie. There's one more bobber I want to get, which is the treasure hunter. Fish don't escape while collecting treasure. Also slightly increases the chances to find treasure. Cool. So the only other ones I have are the cork bobber, which I get quite a bit. The barbed hook, which I don't really ever get. The dress spinner, I don't really get that one either. And the magnet. I guess I was thinking that a bobber gives me a little bit of extra stuff, but it's not the bobber. I think I'm actually gonna go this way. It's not the bobber, it's the bait that gives me double fish. But I'm using the magic bait, and I'd rather use the magic bait, I think. Okay, so here we are on Ginger Island. Let's actually check how much magic bait we have left. 48! That's amazing. We started with 74. Which means we've only used 28, I think. Okay, why don't we start in the river? And we could even go a little bit closer, that we don't have to spend so much time getting our bobber out. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't think I switched my bobber quite yet, did I? I'll have to do that on the next fish. And I need to eat some food. getting a little ambitious. Okay, let me eat my fish stew. And then I'm gonna try, I think, the lead bobber first. And this is the one that I don't want to use anymore, so I'll just reclaim it. And here we go, fishing. Yeah! So today I'm gonna stick to Ginger Island, definitely. Now I'm gonna start out here in the river, and then I'm going to move into the ocean. There are so many other places we could go fishing at, but I don't know if I actually want to spend more days in those areas fishing too. Ooh, we're getting a lot of fish really fast. I haven't even tested this lead bobber yet. Look at that, it didn't bounce. I like that. I wonder if it bounces on the top, because that happens too. I like the lead bobber. It's nice. They all have their perks, don't they? Yeah, so today might be the last day that I fish. Because, I don't know, we started pretty early. We're getting going really well. And yesterday we almost got like 50. So if today we get a little bit more than 50, we might be done. Otherwise, we're not going to have to fish for that much longer tomorrow. I think if we do end up fishing tomorrow, we're going to go to the mountain. I think the mountain lake. Yeah. It doesn't have a river, I don't believe. I think that's just in the town. But I think we'll go into the mountain lake if we have to go to a little bit more stuff tomorrow. I do know that all of the fish we have are not going to fit in another bin. I mean, in that same bin. So we are going to have to get a second bin for the fish. Okay, so let me just keep fishing along here while I'm at Ginger Island. And once we get halfway through the day, maybe about 3 p.m. or so, we'll go and switch over to the ocean. Okay, it's almost 3 p.m. We're gonna switch locations and we're gonna switch our tackle, our bobbers. Let's do that now before I forget, because I am thinking about it. Now we're gonna use the treasure hunter one. We just had one that made it so it was like the lead bobber, so our bobber did not bounce at the bottom. But now we're gonna switch it for some treasure. So let's toss our old one that I did enjoy quite a bit and move on over to... should we fish by this lady? Nah, let's leave her alone. Let's go up here and fish kind of by where Mr. Cube or Mr. Chi is. Kind of like over here. That'll be nice. And I think I'll go all the way out this time with my tackle. What do you think? Am I going to get to 100 fish today? I have a feeling that I won't. I think I'm going to have to go fishing tomorrow, but not for that long. Let's hope I get a lot of treasure in these. Although I don't want to run out of pocket space, so hopefully it's good treasure that starts overlapping with each other. And while I fish around here, I am going to keep an eye on my food buff, just to make sure that it doesn't die out on me. And if it does, I'll just get some more. No big deal. I probably made way too much food as is, so I could use a little bit. I could eat a little bit and not feel worried, is what I mean. Alright, it's getting late. I think this is going to be our last fish and our last chest for today. Plus, our pockets are now full. Now, I know I'm not going to want this spoon or this fossil, so I'm just going to reclaim them now. And let's shoot on home. Now, that took a lot of our energy. As you can see, we still have quite a few of our magic bait left, and it takes about half of all of our bobbers that we do. So I think what I'm going to do is put another chest next to this one and have it be like a day 2 chest. So let me get some wood. I don't think I had another chest that I could just grab, but I think I could make one. I just have to get enough wood. So let's see. No chest in there. Okay, no chest in there. So let me just grab some wood. And I'll make one real quick. Boop. And should I put the wood back? Yeah. Just since I'm limited on pocket space. Okay. I'm just going to drop off a couple other things while I'm over here. That way when we head over to our main house and we get to our little fish bin, we're not actually taking up so much of our storage with like other little things that we don't need. But that only took a second, huh? Okay. So now we're going to go inside. Boop, 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 boop. Around there. Let's go inside and see how many fish we get for our day 2 compared to our day 1. Let's see if we were able to catch 100 fish. It looks like a lot less fish from yesterday. Doesn't it? We have 7 of the lionfish. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so much less because yesterday it took up like almost the whole bin. Okay, so let's count how many fish we had yesterday compared to how many we have. Let's count how many we have today compared to how many we had yesterday. Okay, it looks like on our day 2 we got 44, and on our day 1 we managed to get 48. So that means we have 92 total, and that means we only need 8 more fish. So let's go on to bed, and tomorrow we'll catch a few more fish. And it looks like we actually got another tackle from fishing, so I think we're gonna go ahead and use that one, and we can go to the mountain. All right, let's change our bobber. Boop. And this is our bait that we could use. See, it gives you a chance to catch 2 fish at once, but I actually don't think I'm gonna use that because it still just feel like cheating, you know. But I definitely do have enough of the magic bait left, so let's go over to the mountain. And I do have a totem that I can use for this. It is this top right totem. Then, if I go more north, I can go around here, I think, when I go fishing. Let's go by the cave. Oh, you know what I need to do? Eat my stew. Keep forgetting that part. So all I need is 8 more fish. So that's all we're gonna do. See how long it takes to catch 8 more fish, and then we'll be done with our fishing challenge. We will have caught 100 fish. If our math is correct, it took us about a full day to catch, let's say 40 fish. Let's just go with 40. So that means if we divide our day into fourths, the first half of our day we should be able to catch 20, second half, you know, 20 more. So that means maybe with a quarter of our day gone, we'll catch 10 fish, and we only need 8 fish. So I think we'll catch this before noon is my guess. Okay, so we have officially caught 7 fish. This could be our last reel. Let's see. Are we going to catch a fish, or are we going to catch seaweed or algae? Ugh. Or how about this one? The last fish. Ah! And it's a hit. All right, can we catch it? Oh, we can get this one. Let's see. Oh, almost got it. Okay, we got it. And it's a largemouth bass. We get a lot of these. All right, so we've caught 8 fish. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's go home. And so we caught 48 fish on our first day in this bin, 44 on our second day, and 8 on our third day. Now I kind of want to see what combines. Let's just add to existing. I am kind of curious to see what I got the most of. So we're gonna do a bunch of statistics now that we've gotten officially 100 fish. Okay, let's put all of these. Let's see if we can put all of these away. Should I just press add to existing? Okay, now let's take a look. So can I organize this any differently? 100 fish.
2 very boring minutes later.
Okay, so the tally is in. We officially have 7 here, then 4 here, which is 11 lionfish, and it's the fish that we got the most of. Then we have 43 gold starfish, 40 purple star, and 17 that have no stars. Then it took us 2 days that are full days, plus a little bit on the Friday, the last day. I think if you decided to do nothing else and you planned ahead and got all of your bobbers and things ahead of time, then you wouldn't have had to do anything longer than that. But I had the preserving iridium rod, so if you did not have this, then you would have had to use probably 2 bobbers per day. But I could have gotten away with just 1 per day, but I decided to try 2 different ones per day. And then I also started with 74 pieces of the magic bait, and I ended up with 21 pieces. So that means I used 53 pieces of my magic bait, which is a little bit more than 50%. Well, actually probably less, because I did catch, actually a lot less, because I did catch a lot of other things like green algae and probably, well, I was going to say some seaweed, but I don't see any here. I probably did get some and put it in a different bin. Well, that is everything. That is all of the details that we got for today. I'm just going to go around my town and or actually around my farm and get some more of the crops planted around here like I need to, and even get some more things in my Juno huts. One other thing that I think might be quite interesting is to see how much I sell all of this for, but we won't find out until the end of today, and I don't actually feel like waiting that long. So I probably will just sell all of this fish in the meantime. But thank you so much for visiting my channel and staying until the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing, and I'll see you on Tuesday or Friday for the next video.